So welcome back everyone, Mike here. It is just a beautiful afternoon here in Pennsylvania. Last night though we did have a few more storms that passed through, then again this morning kind of on and off again rain, but things really cleared up here this afternoon and the temperature dropped a bunch, probably 15 degrees colder right now than it was about 3 hours ago, but it's a pretty nice evening right now. We have had so much rain over the last week. Let me show you something. So about a week and a half ago, daughter Hannah was working on a little project and she was using this wheelbarrow right here. And she left it sit here, but that's not the point. The point is, it is completely filled with water from just a week and a half's worth of rainfall. I mean, imagine, what has fallen on this 100 acres here in the last week and a half. It's unbelievable. I've had a really busy weekend. Yesterday I went to help a friend of mine out. He lives about an hour and a half south of us, and I've known him for years, but we had to replace a culvert underneath his driveway. Now they didn't get the rains that we got last week, but this culvert was kind of rotting out in the bottom, and plus it wasn't quite big enough. He's had times where water went over top of the driveway. So this one was a 36-inch pipe, and he wanted something a little bit bigger, but he couldn't go too big because his water line and sewer line went right over top of the pipe. So he ended up getting like a 38-inch high, I think like 48 or 54-inch wide, like an elliptical pipe, 40 feet of it. And we put that in yesterday. Kind of had to reroute some sewer lines. We did a ton of work. It took about 8 or 9 hours to get it all done, backfilled. We rip-wrapped all the ditches. I didn't shoot any video of that. He had 2 pieces of rental equipment, and we were kind of pressed for time. It was we were really moving there all day long, but we got it all done yesterday. Worked out really well. And by the way, the excavator that he rented was a Gill. I guess that's how you pronounce it, G-E-H-L. Never ran one before. Pretty nice machine. It was about 10,500, maybe 11,000 pound excavator with a thumb on it. Really nice. So I never ran one before. I was pretty impressed with it. So I did that yesterday, and then I came home. We went to a graduation party for my nephew. Kind of got home kind of late from that. Then this morning, Hunter and I made a trip to Ohio to pick up some fireworks for the big party that'll be coming up in about a month. You got to be careful opening this door. Got the whole back seat full. This is just part of what we'll have for our 4th of July party. But yeah, there's a bunch in there. We went to Phantom Fireworks over in Ohio. As of last year, fireworks like that are finally legal here in Pennsylvania. However, I still go over to Ohio to buy them. There's 12% tax on them here in Pennsylvania. No tax over there, plus our fuel tax, I think, is the highest in the country here. So I just go to Ohio, save some money on the fireworks, fill up the truck. This new F-150, by the way, the tank's like 35 gallons or something like that. I love it. But anyway, Hunter and I went and did that, came home, had some people come over this afternoon, just been really busy. But this evening, I'm gonna head down to the pond. If you watched some of those videos the other day, I got a big culvert down below the pond, and it's all filled in, washed in from the storms that we had. It's kind of a real mess. So I'm gonna go get that cleaned out. We'll maybe get into a few other things, but we'll just see how it goes. All right, I'm down here below the pond. You see this little stream that's running down through here? Well, that shouldn't be there. That wasn't there last week. What happened was, we had those flash floods up in the woods up there. All this silt and sediment and rocks, everything washed down here. Plugged up a culvert that I have right over there. And the stream's just kind of making its own way right now. So what I want to do here this evening is try to find this culvert. And I was thinking this past week, I've dug out a lot of them just in this past week. It'd be a good idea when you install these things to take a picture of them and just have a file or something with pictures of where all this stuff is. Because you drive by it all the time, you walk by it all the time, but in a matter of a few hours, when you have a flood like that, everything changes and you don't know exactly where it is. I'm thinking somewhere right in here. I'm not sure. But I'm just going to start digging with the Sherman here and see if we can't find it. At least get that water to go back in that pipe. I know where the outlet's at. I'm just not sure where the end of it is. There's a little 4-inch French drain there, but down in there, yeah, it's either 18 or 24 inch. Yeah, somewhere right in here. Oh, before I forget, somebody's been asking how you flip the seat up and spin it around on the RK24, you know, to run the backhoe. It's real easy. Just grab it by the front and the back, and you kind of lift up and back like that. Then under the seat here, there's a little lever. See that lever? You'll lift it up and turn the seat. Like this. Ready to go. No luck yet. I got a pretty big hole right there, that's for sure. I thought that's where it was at. I'm gonna go down and look at the end, see if I can get a better idea. You probably can't see, there's a little bit of water running through the pipe now and it's real dirty. So that's telling me what I'm digging is getting into it. I got to be close. Keep digging, I guess. Well, I found it. I didn't hurt the pipe at all. That's good. There was like a plastic inlet that hooked onto the pipe. I bent it up a little bit, but no big deal. Just glad I found it. I think what I'm going to do now is pull ahead a little bit, get set up on it again, pull some of this stuff back. It should be good to go. I'll have to wait till all this dries out a little bit though before I clean all this up. That'll work pretty good for now. Boy, is it a nice afternoon. I would have liked to have been down here when this was all going on. Well, not standing right here, that's for sure. But it is just amazing how much water must have been coming down through here. The good news is I can clean out all that silt and rock over by the RK24 and use some of that to fill all this in a little bit. But it's just, that water was all the way through here, came across the dam of the pond. Crazy. You hear people talk about 100-year rain events. I don't know if this was a 100-year rain event. I'm pretty sure it was, but I can say for sure it was a 52-year rain event because that's how old I am, and I never saw anything like it. Just discovered another little problem. That is the overflow pipe right there, the standpipe. It's running about an 1/8 full, something like that. The other day it was running wide open, and I thought, oh, maybe the water level of the pond's down, everything's good. But it's almost over the dam again, so the standpipe is plugged. And I know, I need to change all that, but it needs to dry up a little bit first, and I need to find the time. So I think I'll take this little boat out. This is a 10-minute boat. I call it that because you have about 10 minutes in it before it takes on enough water that it'll sink. So you kind of got to hurry. Yeah, somewhere out in there is a standpipe about 1.5 feet below the water level. I'll go out there in that boat. I think all I got down here is a little rake or something. See if I can't find it. It's probably just plugged at the top. My oar's seen better days. Wish me luck. Yeah, I got bad news. It's not plugged at the top. It's plugged down in the pipe. I have the rake down in the pipe. I'm not touching anything. There is water going through it, not enough. As long as it doesn't storm again the next couple days, I'll get her figured out. I'll show you something while I'm down here by the pond. Just a little piece of woods. I'm not sure if you ever saw this before or not. No, I may have been up in here one other time in a video. It's just a beautiful stand oaks right here. Really nice. Well, like I said earlier, I got water coming out of it. As long as it doesn't storm in the next couple days, I'll get her figured out. Anyway, it's going to get dark soon. I'm going to head up to the house, and I'm going to go over a couple more things when we get up there. Here's one spot where the big storm actually helped me out a little bit. This is a stream crossing here. And then I got a trail. This all needs brush hogged. This is actually what I'm going to be using. That I took some heat for that. That hedge trimmer that I got, Melissa, that was kind of a joke. But all this stuff that grows in like this, it works perfect for that. But I'll get in here sometime, clean all this up. But this is what I'm talking about. Everything wants to grow in. And I did see those lane sharks. A lot of people mentioned that before. Yeah, they work really well. I just can't justify something like that for, you know, a few sections of trail where I need it. Yeah, it would be nice to have, but I don't really need one. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. This section of stream back here, you would come down here on a tractor with a brush hog, and you'd make this turn, and it was about a 3-foot drop down in and back up the other side. It was real steep, and all that rock and sediment, it's all filled in, changed the stream completely. It'll make it easier to drive across, so that's one good thing. I actually thought before about putting a big culvert pipe in here, like a 3-footer. If I would have done that, it would have been gone probably a mile from here, who knows. But yeah, this won't be a big deal now. I'm just going to cut that out of there, clean up that little bit of debris, and I'll have a nice crossing here for the tractor, side by side, whatever. I gotta head up to the house. I'll tell you what, I get sidetracked pretty easy out here. It's so nice out, you know. I saw several deer, got a little bit of work done. Pretty nice evening. Oh, I've been wanting to mention someone, or I guess you could say give him a shout out for a long time now. Old Dog Dreamin', D-A-W-G. Old Dog has been commenting our videos and been a subscriber for a long time. Always has something positive to say, something uplifting. Always shares a nice story. Just a great guy. And there's tons of people out there like that that comment on these videos, and we really appreciate it. You know, when you kind of set out to put a smile on somebody's face, that's good people right there. It really is. But anyway, I think that's about it. We're just going to kind of keep plugging away at things around here. We have a very busy summer planned. We really do. Got all kind of stuff going on. Bantam Jeep Festival this Friday. I got my high school reunion in about a month. Our 4th of July party. We're going to go out west this fall. Paul Bunyan show in October. Boonville, New York for a show there. Plus like 5 other things, something like that. But we're just going to keep plugging away. We'll get all this storm stuff kind of cleaned up. It kind of put me about a month behind. It really did, because I got another week or two just to get things opened up again, get everything back the way it should be. But I got to get to work on that tower blind. It's not enough hours in the day. But it is what it is. You just keep moving forward. That's all you can do. But anyway, like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, click subscribe, and share them with your friends. Thanks.